I'm Rowan, 36M, operations director at a manufacturing firm. During our quarterly review, room full of suits, my slide deck glowing behind me, my vision snapped off like someone unplugged reality. The clicker slipped from my hand, a hot nail lodged behind my right eye, and I face planted. Blackout. I woke up under hospital lights to beeps and antiseptic. Dr. Priya Nandakumar called it a neurological episode. Stress-triggered, serious but survivable. They'd called my wife Marina, 35F. She didn't come. The afternoon drifted by in that weird hospital twilight. My phone buzzed, an Instagram tag from Quinn, Marina's sister and full-time content machine. Photo, champagne manicured nails. Caption, about to inherit a fortune. Under it, Marina commented, "It's been a long plan coming." I stared until the letters blurred. I didn't respond. I put the phone face down and listened to the heart monitor keep time with the end of my denial. That night, I made two decisions. I'm done begging anyone to show up for me. I'm going to find out exactly what long plan means. How I missed the red flags Marina and her family, the Aldridges, collect people the way others collect crystal. Their currency is perception. Every party is networking, every vacation is content, and every conversation circles back to trajectory. Me? I like ordinary things. Hot coffee you drink sitting down, quiet Sunday mornings, a home that feels lived in. But I learned to perform. The clothes, the cars, the charity galas where I signed checks and they collected applause. When I collapsed, none of them showed. The visitor chair stayed empty. Nurse Jordan adjusted my IV and said, "You're not the only one, honey. Happens more than you think. We've got you." Those 3 words hit harder than any vow I've heard. Mara, the hospital social worker, asked about my support system. My mouth said, "my wife." But the empty chair, the silent phone, and my heart monitor all disagreed. Then Ava, a junior on my team I'd mentored for 6 months, walked in with a charger, my own clothes, and my reading glasses. "I grabbed the stuff that looked like you chose it," she said. I realized strangers were doing more for me than family. Dana, a client, emailed, "The review can wait. Please rest." Imagine that. A client prioritizing my health over their quarter, while my spouse prioritized Instagram. I learned a rule in that bed. Who shows up is your answer, not their excuses. The diagnosis and the post's scans found a small cavernous malformation, a tangle of brain vessels that bled under stress. Not fatal, but a neon billboard, rest, boundaries, monitoring. Dr. Priya said those 3 words like prescriptions for a whole life, not just a brain. I made the mistake of checking Instagram again. Quinn posted a boomerang of more champagne. "We'll finally live the life we deserve. Family, first, blessed." Marina replied, "Can't wait to start this new chapter." While I lay there with a brain bleed, my wife was publicly anticipating a new chapter. Math only works if I'm edited out. I screenshotted everything and made a folder labeled "if needed." Old me would have called that paranoid. New me called it documentation. 65. Missed calls. Morning of day 3. 65 missed calls, dozens of texts. Not "how are you?" Not "I'm sorry," just "we need you. Answer immediately." From Marina's father, Harlan. "Time sensitive. Call me." From her mother, Claudette. "Urgent family matter, dear." From Quinn. "You're being incredibly selfish right now." Then a voicemail from Mrs. Chun, housekeeper to Sir Arthur Keating, my late grandfather's closest friend, and my godfather. He'd passed in his sleep. Gentleman. Fountain pen letters. The only person in Marina's orbit who kept a polite distance. From the Aldridges. Suddenly, the Aldridges needed me desperately. The timing wrote its own punchline. I called Ruth Kim, the attorney Sir Arthur once told me to keep for when you need a lawyer who serves justice, not billable hours. "Mr. Pierce," she said, "Sir Arthur named you executor and primary heir. The will has strict anti-coercion clauses and cooling-off periods. If anyone's pressuring you to act fast, you're seeing exactly what he designed against." "How much?" I asked. "Substantial," she said. "Real estate, investments, patents with royalties, a big stake in a green steel startup performing well, enough to make decent people cautious and the Aldridges feral." For the first time, everything made sense. The post, the comment, the sudden urgency. I wasn't a husband recovering from a medical emergency. I was a key they wanted to turn. Protective positioning from a hospital bed. With Ruth on speaker, I started locking things down. Freeze all joint lines of credit and HELOCs. Open a new personal account at a local credit union for my direct deposit. Change every password. And kill email auto-forwards my spouse had quietly set up years ago. Redirect all estate mail to Ruth's office. Medical leave paperwork with Dr. Priya. Health first, period. "What will they try next?" I asked Ruth. "Pressure, guilt, theatrics," she said. "Insist on counsel present for all estate conversations. That's your right, and precisely what Sir Arthur intended." That afternoon, Marina texted a summons. "Family meeting, tomorrow, 2 p.m. I replied, "Video only, hospital, 2 p.m., neutral." Territory, witnesses, my heart monitor, no theatrics. At 2, the Aldridge tableau filled my screen. Claudette doing honey-coated razors, Harlan in hostile acquisition mode, Quinn half recording, half pouting, Marina apart, calculating. They launched into speed and opportunity. I repeated executor and will like a fire extinguisher. I'll follow Sir Arthur's instructions to the letter on his timeline with counsel. No exceptions. Silence. Then, teeth grinding, call ended, file saved, emailed to Ruth. The letter. Next morning, Ruth arrived with a sealed envelope addressed in Sir Arthur's looping fountain pen. "Rowan, I've watched you stay kind while people mistook it for weakness. Kindness without boundaries becomes a wound. The trust is yours to buy freedom, to say no, to choose affection over obligation, to build a life where you are valued as a person. Those who love what you provide more than who you are must not govern you. With fondness and faith." "Arthur," I cried, "not from the brain thing, from being seen." Ruth walked me through the Keating Trust, income from rental properties in 3 states, patent royalties from Sir Arthur's engineering work, 40% stake in Terra Verde Steel, green steel booming, no spousal access to principal, staged, distributions, philanthropy arm focused on first-gen scholarships, hardwired protections against coercion and rushed decisions. He even left me a Cedar Lakeside Lodge in Minnesota, for when you need to remember what peace sounds like. Ava smuggled in real coffee. "He gave you an instruction manual for keeping toxic people out," she said. She wasn't wrong. That night, Marina texted, "We need to sign documents tonight. This can't wait." I powered my phone off and slept. Homecoming with witnesses. I discharged 3 days later with orders. Rest, stress reduction, boundaries. Marina tried a staged welcome, my favorite Thai takeout, candles, a smile that reached her teeth but not her eyes. Within an hour, the Aldridge cavalry arrived with lemon bars, a briefcase, and a ring light's worth of entitlement. 15 minutes later, my backup walked in. Ruth and 2 witnesses. Before any discussions, Ruth read Sir Arthur's anti-coercion clauses aloud. You could see Harlan recalculating his moves in real time. Quinn, "God, Rowan, stop being ungrateful. We're trying to help you maximize what Uncle Arthur left you." "Sir Arthur maximized what he left me," I said, "by protecting it from people who want to help themselves." I set 2 documents on the table. A separation agreement Ruth drafted after hearing everything. A safeguard affidavit stating I wouldn't make estate decisions under family pressure. I looked at Marina. You wrote long plan coming under a post about inheriting a fortune while I was in the hospital. Plans that celebrate before I'm stable don't include me. They include what I can unlock. She said if I walked away from the family, I'd regret it forever. Maybe, I said, signing, but I'd rather be myself than the tool you need this week. Pens moved. Witnesses signed. The kitchen table felt like mine for the first time in 8 years. They left. Claudette took the lemon bars back. It was quiet after. Not the angry quiet of avoidance, the kind of quiet that belongs to a person finally allowed to exist. We need you. Answer immediately. Days later, that text pinged again, this time with a lawyer letter threatening to contest the will and question my competence because of the hospital incident. The audacity, use the stress they helped create as proof I can't protect myself from their pressure. So I drove north. The lodge sat on glass still water, cedar-scented and honest. I changed the locks, signed my executor acceptance, launched the scholarship foundation Sir Arthur specified, donated the crystal Claudette once, bragged about to a thrift store that could actually use the cash, scheduled a pickup for furniture that never felt like mine. From the porch, coffee, pine, lake hush, I sent one final message. All future communication through counsel. Then I turned my phone off and listened to peace. What comes next? Ava visits on weekends with ideas that center people, not quarterly optics. She's starting a consultancy to help small companies treat employees like humans. She wants me in. For the first time, that kind of building sounds like living. Dana introduces me to founders working on sustainable manufacturing and affordable housing, rooms where success is measured by impact, not performative wealth. Nurse Jordan texts sunset photos from the hospital lot. You're not the only one who learned the differ.